Ok, mira, entonces este es el diseño original. Este es el diseño original. This is the original design for this combined unit, and I'm explaining to the upholstery guy. Arrímate. Mira, entonces la idea es de ponerle la piel abajo del mismo estilo que la que lleva arriba, el mismo diseño. Búscala, ¿no?
Sí, ahí la tengo.
Ok, perfecto. Vamos a verla. Ok, muy bien, muy bien. ¿Qué es la diferencia entre esta y la de los cuernos? ¿Es igual?
Es la misma.
Ok, perfecto. Entonces, here's oh, perfect. Okay, so here's the design, and so we're going to put leather. Vamos a empezar con la piel como desde aquí abajo del lo que es este marquito, ¿verdad? ¿Tienes tu metro? ¿O saco el mío? Aquí está el mío, mira. Vamos a empezar, ¿cómo la ves, Clario? Como unas 4 pulgadas abajo. 4 pulgaditas abajo de cada lado, y lo vamos a ir recto como lo tienes aquí. Esto está muy bien, está perfecto. Eso, 3 pulgadas más o menos. Y le vamos a poner un poquito de cojín, ¿verdad? Exactamente, nomás para levantarlo un poquito, para darle un poquito de volumen. Yeah.
Sí, se le pone un poco de duvetina, que es para que se vea un poco más
elevado. Exactamente. So we're gonna put the leather with all the with the nail heads or the tack nails, but we're gonna elevate it slightly with some underneath cushion or foam. Right. So this is it right here, and look how thin it is, and again how thick it is, but that way it gives us a little bit of height, a little bit of three-dimensional. Vamos un poquito más, ¿qué sería? Vamos a ponerle un poquito más. Yo digo que, por decir, más o menos lo doble.
¿Lo doble, sí?
Sí. Vamos a ver. I think we need a little bit more of a contrast with this height. Yeah. Sí. Se lo damos así, para que cuando le pongamos las tachuelas se mire elevado, ¿verdad? Ok, perfecto, va a quedar muy bonito. So we're going to go with double the thickness, raise it up a little higher than normal, than the, más o menos, sí, 4 pulgadas. 4 pulgadas. Exactamente. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Look, okay, so look. So I want to show you something. You see these little nail heads that go all the way around the frame, which is what we originally. That's what we designed. But look at the detail. Mira nomás los detallitos, ¿verdad? Look at the detail, and all these are handmade. They're all handmade. Handmade. Each one is handmade. I love that. And those are details that our customers love, and it's what sells them to wanting this frame, this picture frame, because we built everything based on the theme that it's going to represent. So here, this frame has these longhorns on top. By the way, I like to use Concept. It's a very good drawing program for furniture designers. I highly recommend Concept. It's a very unique program that really allows you to do and create just about anything you want. So it's not recommended for people who are just starting off, because you almost do have to have some kind of drawing skills already. And if you do have drawing skills, you can just easily jump into this program. And this really, really helps you a lot. Here's some, for example, here's some other Here's basically what we do as furniture designers. As you can tell, we basically work off floor plans, and we design floor plans. And my scale, it's all equal to so many feet, inch equals 2 feet. But here's an idea, a real rough idea, and how I came across this. Now, also, it's very important that you must draw this like pretty quick. These sketches are maybe 10 to 15 minute sketch or even 5-minute sketches, because you don't want to tire the client when you're working with them. So here you get ideas. Here's another one that we can create later on with the floor, more like a little bit more floor, and on the center instead of horns. But then at the end, we decided to go with the horns. I kind of like that, because we're targeting more of a Western theme. And what else? What better? And here, as you can see, we're gonna burn some iron brands on the wood. Some of these are very well-known ranches in Texas. And I'm not sure we're going to use those brands or not, but it would be pretty cool if we did. The handle is going to be a Longhorn head with the whole, all the assembly, and we're going to try to make a little star, on the metal plate behind it. But the idea is to make it unique and represent a Western theme. The bottom is going to be metal. This is going to be all metal. And then we're going to do a lasso that's going to go from one end to the other, and it's going to be all wrapped around just to show the lasso. So from a distance, you'll be able to see the lasso and all the little details. The closer you get, the more detail you're going to be able to find. And by giving it this kind of like rough looking, not rough, but antique-ish looking, it'll fool you not knowing what time frame it was made or so. So the idea is to antique it and to make it look like it's old, it's weathered, it's been around for a long time. And as furniture designers, those are some of the elements that we need to create. And you can only create this through experience. And what I mean experience, meaning you have experience working with wood. So therefore, it's very important that you try different ideas on wood to discover a new surface finish, a new effect on how you can make things go. And that's why it's also very important that you learn these things. That way you can be able to translate what you're thinking of to the proper person that's going to be actually doing this type of work. And because he's not going to be able to read your mind. And these are details that require a lot of time. And the idea is to always impress your client. Because your client, when they see the product at the end, they're boy, man, you just want them to have a big smile, and you basically deliver something that it overwhelming on their end, and they love it because they envision it a certain way, but not this great. And normally it's over the top, and you want to go over the top. In the Western community, we call it above the hurt. And this is really way above the hurt. So this is the details. And we got the rings. The rings, that's the ring that I actually added to it. Why did I add a ring to it? Well, because, in the old days, they forge, blacksmith were around, and details matter. And you can use it to tie a rope or hang something, or it's functional, and it gives it the look of sturdiness, that it's a sturdy piece. And if anybody that knows how to how to work with metal, whether a blacksmith or welders. When they see these little details on these conchos, they know that how difficult it is. They know how hard this is because this comes from raw material. So yeah, so when they see these conchos and they see the detail, that's when they say, "Oh God, this is not easy to make," because I would like to find out how much a blacksmith will charge you to make these for you, with all these little details, even from the smaller scale to the larger scale. I'd like to see how much it charges, and believe me, they're not inexpensive. So yeah, I like this leather. Solo, me gusta muy bien esta, y porque sí le va a dar al mismo tono que a los cuernos, ¿verdad?
Sí, la misma.
Así es, muy bien, perfecto.
Bueno, el tapizado empieza por la duvetina, esto se llama duvetina, que le vamos a dar un acolchonado para que se vea un poco más arriba, elevado, y que quede más o menos a la altura de la moldura. Es lo que hacemos aquí. Se pega con resistor, se aplica todo en esta parte del resistor y después se aplica la piel, y así es como se tapiza.
Javier, how far are you with this chair? Come here, Javier. Stand right here. I want you all to meet Javier. Javier is my master of upholstery, if you want to say that. But he's been doing upholstery for just about all your life, right?
Yeah.
You've been with me for how long? 16?
16 years.
Yeah, 16 years. And every time we come up with a new design that requires upholstery, I always make it a habit of getting with Javier and going over the details to see how much cushion we need or how much cushion should we add here to make it comfortable, to make sure that we deliver a comfortable piece that the client's going to be very happy with. And this chair, believe it or not, this frame has been around for a long time, since 1968, I believe, when the original designer. I'm not too sure originally who came up with this design, but I did find it on my textbook, and I love the design, the how slim is designed. And as furniture designers, we have to make sure that it's going to be able to hold the weight of whoever sits on this chair. And in today's world, people are not normal like they were, right, Javier? No, they're a little heavier, bigger people. So, believe it or not, this wood that we're using, claro, esta madera es parota, cedro.
Alder.
Okay, this elder, yeah. And so it's not a very strong wood, but the key and the secret is that it's actually a metal frame wrapped with wood. And I did it for that reason, because I wanted to keep the wood frame uniform all the way across, and I didn't want it to be so heavy looking. I want it to be more slim looking, because that's more like the modern side. And right now, what he did was that he used some off-duty sewing machines for the weight, just so that we can press the leather down, and just so we can get an idea of what it's going to feel like to be able to sit on this thing. Now, I will tell you a secret. What I did, as a furniture designer, Javier, el cojín, the cushion that goes on top, is this the cushion right here? Yeah. Okay. So this is the cushion. Here's the leather design that's going to go on back of it. So you see the yoke, and this is our ribbon design that we designed. I don't know if you guys know, but this or not, but a lot of your boot makers, they have their own little yoke design, their little ribbon design. And basically, that is their trademark. Like Lucchese, Lacoma, a lot of your boot makers have their own little ribbon. So I designed this one to represent us, and we use it in all our furniture. I like the way we did the stitching here. And just to give it a contrast, we used a heavier stitch and a little bit more lighter color than this the leather that you're seeing right now. This leather. So this cushion is one that's going to go in the back, and then this one is going to be the seat cushion. But in order, my idea on this seat cushion is that we are going, instead of going, here, let me show you something. Vamos a enseñarles el plywood. A ver, vamos a quitar estas máquinas. Let me take these machines. So they're heavy. They're super heavy. Juanito, un momentito, por favor. Un momentito. Sí, un momentito. Estamos ahorita viendo unas cosas. Okay, so, vamos a quitar el plywood también. So, by not adding plywood to it, what you have is a sling chair, so to speak, and it goes both ways, from back to front and from side to side. So when you sit down, if you leave it like the way it is, basically you're going to feel like you're on one of these slings, you know, where your body just gravitates towards the center, and it doesn't give you that relaxed feeling because because of the weight factor. But so we decided that we're adding a plywood panel underneath the cushion itself, immediately underneath the cushion itself, so that kind of keeps it square or rectangular. But and let me see. So here's a cushion. Here's a cushion, and of course we design cushions with different densities all the way across. We always try to keep a more sturdy, more dense cushion in front. When you sit down, your knees are more supported with a denser cushion than the back. The back is it's a lot softer, so that your body kind of goes towards the back. And then on the bottom, we put a more denser cushion as well. But in this case, on this one, we're going to go with the plywood. I don't see it up here, but I will show it to you. Not as thick as this plywood, because to me, this is I believe this is could be ½ inch. It's too much. It's too much plywood. So we're going to go with something thinner, and a wood that's a little harder than plywoods. Plywoods can come in different plies. This is 3-ply because there's 3 plies, but you can get it 4-ply, 5-ply, depending on how thick you want it. But you can also get 1-inch 3-ply, or you can get 1-inch 6-ply, or either whatever the case might be. But we are going to build this that way, so to make it very comfortable. So as furniture designers, it's very important that the comfort it's your #1 priority, and that you can incorporate with the design itself.